the Eric Ten Hag versus Jadon Sancho debacle. It looks like he is now like third or fourth down the pecking order. Garnacho is now their starting, one of their starting forwards. So you've got this potential with Garnacho, Rashford, and Højlund. And we've talked about that before. I think we talked about it in the last episode. That front three, that's a good-looking front three, truly.
That is.
With Højlund in the middle, Rashford on the left, and Garnacho on the right. That's not a bad little setup there, truly. So, again, you would expect Bayern to take that one through. But
the question becomes, especially with United, is Ten Hag the problem? Oh, because now he can't really say he doesn't have a good team. I mean, there are players that are good players. It's all about how you...
Johnny Evans.
Yeah. Nah, no way.
I'm kidding. Well, he's in the squad.
Oh, okay.
So is Harry Maguire.
Yeah, so...
I'm kidding. I know what you're saying.
I just want to see. I just want to understand what's the problem right now. Is he the problem? Because now it looks like we might all come to the conclusion that he might have been the problem.
He might have been. He says some weird things, and when your team loses, and Jose Mourinho is a good example of this. When Jose Mourinho's team loses, he is always going to defend his players. He will always criticize a referee decision before criticizing his own player, but he's not afraid to criticize his own player as well. And what you see in that is you see a coach, Jurgen Klopp does it as well, where he is mad at potential things that got in the way of his team's chance at victory.
Yeah.
But he won't immediately say, we did everything perfectly either. Mm-hmm. Eric Ten Hag seems to want to cast blame everywhere but within his own squad at times.
Yeah, I think that's what Sancho said.
He makes weird excuses for things.
Yeah, he feels like he's the scapegoat or something. So yeah, something like that. So I don't know.
But Ten Hag, but and I've never understood that either with this Jadon Sancho thing. I guess we will talk about it for a second. I wasn't seeing Ten Hag complaining about Sancho. I was seeing Ten Hag casting aspersions on referee decisions, like saying that the Onana foul wasn't a red card.
Yeah.
Whether or not you support the keeper or not, you don't need to say that.
Yes.
Like, you obviously don't want your keeper to have a red card, but you don't have to say, clearly that's not a foul, because clearly it was a foul. He just says dumb things like that, where former players are like, does he know how the sport works? Seriously, like it's like, I understand, like, standing up for your guys and criticizing other things that maybe your players couldn't control, but at the end of the day, still saying we have to go play. Like we still have to win this game for us. We can't base our winning and losing on a referee's decision.
Yeah,
because we didn't play well enough. If it comes down to your decision, we did not play well enough. But Ten Hag seems to really want to make weird excuses that don't really make much sense. Okay. And he's never bringing his own team up at the same time. He's always just saying, well, that rule was stupid. If you look at the foul, and they're like, no, we did look at it. That's why we're saying, what the fuck are you talking about?
So reading, I just pulled up this article. Reading this article, it says, so Ten Hag claimed that Sancho was not included in the squad that played against Arsenal
because he wasn't playing well in training.
Yeah.
And
Sancho said, well, he's just making him a scapegoat. So,
tons of managers have said that. But also, we assume...
Is it the frustration because Sancho is not being played? Or because Ten Hag? Because one of the things he's saying is just he's doing that for the media and diverting attention.
Because we all know this. If a player is not selected in a squad...
Yeah.
But we assume it's because they didn't perform well enough in training.
Mm-hmm.
The reason that they are not in the squad is because the people that were in the squad performed better in training. This is so simple. So for Sancho to say, well, he's making me a scapegoat, it's like, you're obviously not fucking playing well enough. Like, I see it when you're on the pitch. You're not playing well enough. And if you're not starting or you're not even in the lineup, like, it shows that you are not playing that well. But also, why does Ten Hag need to say that?
Yeah, like that's not the thing you go on and say.
If someone asks, why is Sancho not in the squad? You just go like, why do you think he's not in the squad?
Yeah, you can't just make... can't just go out and say outlandish stuff, especially with players in your squad.
Yeah.
That creates a lack of confidence, lack of trust.
Well, because and like I said, it's not that we don't know that he's not playing well.
Yeah.
It's that it's obvious if someone's not selected, they're not playing well. So you as a manager don't have to say that. You say that by not selecting him. You don't have to say a word about that.
So now, will the next thing that we will be looking forward to, since Anthony has all these allegations going on, will he play Sancho? Because now there's less competition on that wing. Now, if he doesn't, who will he play? And if he plays someone else than Sancho, would that mean he's giving Sancho the Cristiano Ronaldo treatment?
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, unless there's an injury, I don't see why a Rashford, Højlund, Garnacho lineup is not what you do.
Okay.
Someone has to get injured for me to think Sancho has to find his way in there, because I don't see him performing better in training or in a game, wherever.
But you haven't watched it. You haven't seen the training, so you don't know.
It's true. It's true. But you know, but you know who has seen all the training? The guy that makes the fucking squad, and he didn't put him in there. So like, you know what? I'll take his word for it on that one, because you might not be the best manager, but if you see someone playing better than the other and you don't start him, then yeah, you're a bad manager. But if you don't start him, I assume it's because they're not playing as well. Yeah, like I said, unless there's an injury, I don't see him making room for Sancho against those three at all. Who would you play on the left and right? Would you rather Rashford on the left and Garnacho on the right? Who has the better left foot between the two?
No, well, Rashford is really good on his left.
He is naturally a right foot, though, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. Well, being naturally right foot, cutting in and coming from the left is better for you, because it's easier for you to score and manage the ball.
So then, I would assume Rashford would stay on the left. Yeah. He does seem to perform better over there anyway.
Yes, and I've always voted for him. I think it's weird because I feel like Rashford has been the most misunderstood player when he started his career in terms of manager knowing how to play him, because he has a lot of talent. And even I always said I feel like he never got the chance to really unlock his potential, and
he's never been the best finisher, so putting him at the number 9 doesn't make much sense.
Yes, so I don't know why people always try to put him there when whereas he's good on his left or on the wings. Then you might get more out of him. And I feel like if he had been playing on the left wing for most of his career, then we will have gotten to the point where we see the best version of Rashford.
But where was Anthony going to play? Where was Martial going to play?
Well, screw them.
I'm kidding. Yeah, but it's like putting Sterling at the number 9 and then going like, well, he's an awful player. Why doesn't he finish? It's like, because that's not what he does.
That's true.
Why is Van Dijk not scoring all these goals on the right wing? Sorry,
that's
what? That's ridiculous.
So
but
just kind of stop that.
There is an insistence on playing people out of their preferred position, and yes, you are the coach. You tell them where to play, but also you can't get blood from a stone. So why would you? You've never heard that expression before?
No.
Okay. like getting some, like trying to ask for something.
But
that's
I understand
impossible.
that. Yeah.
Like, you want your player to say, yes, coach, like I will do the best that I can for you, but you have to understand that their best changes based on where they're playing. If you want the absolute best out of them, you need to be listening to where they prefer.
Well,
not giving them everything that they ask for, period.
Yeah.
But yeah, our objective is to make you the best player that you can be. Where do you feel most comfortable? We have to work you in there.
Well, the thing about the modern day football, where each player can take the position of another player, it's not like that's really good. But the problem with that, it comes back for me, it's more about the striker, because you can do that with like all your back third can do that in between them. So like a central back, you see that with Camavinga. Sometimes he's a CDM, sometimes he's a left back. So like you can do that, right? But with the forward third or the away third, it's kind of, you could do that with your wings, but I feel like it is difficult, especially on the striker, just because sometimes you have teams that, like, look at Arsenal. Arsenal doesn't have it. That's why they keep rotating. Like for them, I understand, because they don't have a great striker.
They've made a point. They've built a team around that fact. It's not that they're like forcing someone to play a role they're not skilled at. They say, we don't have that natural player. This is how we will all move accordingly to accommodate that.
Yeah.
And it
We
does
don't
seem
have-
to
yeah.
be getting some good results.
Now, if you look at City, because now they have Erling Haaland, there's no way they will play Erling Haaland on the wing. Just there's no way.
I'd be curious to see it.
Like it wouldn't go well because he's not good at. I'm not saying that I've potentially probably never seen him, but he's not good at making plays. He's more of a people. Like he's more of a finishing people's play guy. So you don't want him to be that guy that's gonna be making the plays because he's not that technical.
Yeah,
You don't want
nothing wrong with saying that.
Yeah, so that like if you have that guy, it becomes difficult. Now, if you know you put this guy on the as a striker and he doesn't produce that much, his goal conversion ratio is really less to minimal. Don't play him at that position.
Yeah,
but also who has Arsenal? I mean, Manchester United got to be playing as a striker. That's probably why they keep insisting because he might be the best choice.
And it's too early to say, obviously, but that Højlund kid looks.
No,
like,
Højlund.
It looks
now
like
that they have Højlund,
be the answer.
I feel like if they get some good chemistry and just the feel, the form, and all the players get to that level, now I feel like United might get to play their game.
And it might be a controversial observation, but I think that them playing Fernandes up higher has hurt them a little bit. They're playing him in like a number.
He's committing too high.
Like a 10,
Yeah,
and
he's
like,
committing too high.
He is a sitting back farther, dictating pace, threading passes through. He's not quick enough, and I don't think he's attacking minded enough to be a part of the actual build up for the attack. He's the one that's sending the balls out for build up. He is more of an 8 than he is a 10. And I think that it's affected their pace. And I think that separating him that far from guys like Casemiro really stops the midfield pace.
Mm-hmm.
And Eriksen was a good player.
Yeah.
And he could still go to another league and play well. I'm not saying that he couldn't. I do think that he is a bit of a step behind for the Premier League. And I think that having him kind of slow down the pace at the midfield and then having Fernandes up too high to where he can't contribute with that factor as well is why they feel so disconnected from the attack and the rest of the play.
Yeah, well, they got to, but like if you played, I feel like they just have to add. They just acquired a new midfielder, right? What was the name? Because I feel like either Casemiro don't have to commit that high,
right? Yeah.
He just got to be like
he was never that player anyway.
Link up, between him and Fernandes, just committing high when there's really a counterattack, but not every single time because now it takes away from the midfield itself because you can see how every time they do that, the midfield is really empty. It's really empty. And
that's what I'm saying. Like, Casemiro and Fernandes need to be holding down the midfield, and that third midfielder that right now is Eriksen, but should be someone else. That's the person that can make a forward run to be part of the build-up or to sit back and have more lateral space to open up an option for somebody else. But like kind of have that, honestly, have him play the way that Arteta is hoping Kai Havertz develops into.
Yeah.
Because he's on the left wing of the midfield, but he'll run up into the front line and try to, and like he's not doing that well.
Yeah.
And Eriksen wouldn't do that well either, but they need someone that's a bit more attacking minded with some pace that can move up, and Casemiro and Fernandes can kind of slide in together and hold down the center of the park. That would work, I think.
Yeah.